What's good with you, everybody? It's your boy Lowski, and I'm back with another video on water penetration. I think it's a subject not often talked about, and I think in permaculture, everyone just assumes you're going to need swales, you're going to need ponds, you're going to need water storage, you're going to need water, you're going to need to know your watershed, you're going to have to know all of this information. And in some ways, yes, and in some ways, no, because some people live in a place where you have an abundance of water. You're never going to hit a point where you don't have enough water. You're usually going to have a bunch of water in areas like that. But then there's other places where it's more desert, where it's more dry, where it's more arid. Those are the people that are going to have to worry about water storage. If you live in like the Northeast, the Midwest, chances are you have a bunch of water already in your ground. You have a bunch of water probably running through your property. So you need to focus more on drainage. You need to find a way to get something into the soil, and usually the earthworms handle this for you. When you start to drop more organic material, when the earthworms start to have a more healthy environment, those tunnels that they create while they're digging, those are the tunnels that the water goes through, and it finds a way to infiltrate, go downhill, and leave your property in the right amount of time. Because places where you have like tomatoes or large amounts of fruit trees, they don't like standing water. Fruit trees do not like standing water, so you don't want to have to deal with where can I plant this, where can I plant that, because I'm having too much water build up here. You're going to have to find ways to drain water off of your property depending on where you are. And I think it's not spoken enough in permaculture or in homesteading or in the kitchen garden about this, because most people just assume you need to dig swales to be able to keep water. And I know swales are beautiful. It's such a nice system. It's such a great way to store water. But in some situations, you need to find a way to drain the water off of your property, especially if you're on like flat land or something. You're going to have to find a way to do this. And that's why I say in the beginning, you may have to till the soil first. I get it. It's no-till. You don't exactly want to disturb the earth, but there's situations where the earth has been so disturbed, it's been so compacted, all of the good layer of topsoil that you would have has already been washed away. It's already downhill. You need to find a way to build topsoil and to keep it there. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to break up that soil so you can start to get some penetration, because you might have a top layer of just crust. When the water hits that, it just runs right off of it. It never gets a chance to seep through. It never gets a chance to get to those roots. So you start having problems with things growing. Things start to look like they're having deficiencies. And when plants don't have enough water, it tends to show up very differently. If they don't have enough water, it can show up looking like all sorts of other deficiencies. It can look like magnesium deficiency. It can look like a zinc deficiency. And sometimes it's just not getting enough water or getting too much water. So you have to learn the area that you're in, learn the system from permaculture that you need to take and apply it, because they're all not going to work for you. Some of you guys look at like Jeff Lawton, some of the people that even I look up to, and we all look up to these people. We love these people, but they live in the subtropics. They're usually trying to repair arid environments. They're usually trying to rebuild in places where the land has been so degraded that they're having trouble with rainfalls. They're having trouble getting running water. They have to walk miles to be able to even get drinking water. So in his situation, yes, swales are good because they only have one season of water. You might have a rainy season that is crazy. You might have two rainy seasons. Like in New York, there's the fall, and then you also have the spring, where both can be very wet kind of seasons. So in those situations, you need to find a way how to get water off of your property. Just a quick message for you guys. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, run these numbers up. And until next time, I'm Lowski. Peace.